Brandon Voice Guy presents a movie review.
Hey guys, how's it going? This is Brandon, and oh man. Okay, so as you can see by the title, I just seen the fucking It movie. Whoa, oh man, it was fucking amazing. First of all, I just want to say, amazing movie. I thought it was amazing. Fuck all the critics that said it was shit. You know, say it was the first one was better and all that shit. Fuck you. It was an amazing movie. It was an amazing movie. A fucking amazing movie. Oh my god. It was. Oh man. Now I'm not gonna do any spoilers. You know. Well, for this part, I'm not gonna do any spoilers until about, I don't know. Let's see here. About I don't know. I'm gonna do a quick little. I'm gonna talk until I get to a point where I'm like, okay, now I'm gonna get to the spoilers, because I want to gush about this movie. Everything about this movie was fucking phenomenal. Oh man. And people who are bitching about, oh, it's not like the comics, it's not like the books, it's not, you know, fuck you. But I apologize if I'm a little, you know. I just got back from watching this movie, and it was fucking amazing. I saw it with a friend, and oh man, woo. Where do I begin? I'll do that in the spoiler talk, but oh man, it was amazing. Don't listen to the critics. You know, don't listen to the critics that say, oh, it's dumb and stupid, or it's bad and stupid. You know, don't listen to them. They can go fuck off. Watch it. You need to watch this movie. You watch now. Go watch now. Go watch. Yes, go watch. If you don't got the money, do side jobs. Do something. Get the. It was like $6.50 for me. Might be $6.30. Anyways, holy crap! You have to see this movie. If not, to judge it yourself. Oh man, I don't know if I should. So I want to explain it in spoilers. You can tell because when I do this, yeah, and there's a little spoiler thing. It'll go up here, or it'll spoiler whatever. There'll be a fucking spoiler somewhere in this fucking screen right here, and that'll let you know, or I'll give a warning ahead of time that it's spoiler time. So, anyways, I'm not gonna give every spoiler out because, of course, I want to see the movie itself. But I want to pick highlights of this movie. Oh man. Okay. So I know I said I'll talk it later about spoilers, but holy shit. Okay. Okay, so I'm gonna pick random here. Just spoilers. See that little fucking thing right there? Okay. If you have not seen the movie, go watch it. You know, click off this video. What the fuck are you doing? Watch this video if you haven't seen the movie yet. If you want to get spoiled, by the way, you don't want to get spoiled about this movie. Please, I am begging you. Please, watch the movie. Just watch the movie. Okay? Oh man. When I fucking Mr. T over here, when I see people not watching the movie, I just want to check them. Watch the movie, okay? Don't smile at me. Oh man, now I'm quoting JonTron. Anyways, okay, so spoilers. That little thing right there, that little fucking thing right there. Okay, spoilers. I apologize if I'm being fucking, you know, jittery here, but fuck, I just got, you know, again, I got home watching the movie. All right, so spoilers. You've been warned. Now let's pass into the threshold of spoilers. Ooh. Sometimes just need that. Ooh. Oh yeah. Alright, so first thing that took me by surprise is they don't shy away from it. They don't shy away from it. Like, oh man, you see him chomping down on Adrian. Was it? I can't think of his last name. Adrian Molly or something like that. The gay guy that got tipped over, you know. And it was, you know, you see him win this little prize thing, and it's like, oh hey, look what I won. And you see the kid get sad, and he's like, oh, here you go, here's for winning, you know, for winning it for me, you know, be the little kid won the little prize for ship. And of course, the two guys, you know, and I'm not saying it's bad or anything, but these guys do, and they walk up, and this little fucking kid's like, what's so romantic about it? Smacks the fucking soda out of his hand, and they leave, and then some fucking redneck dude's like, don't you ain't got no fucking courtesy to answer a fucking question, you know? And Adrian's like, hey, so and so called, they want their haircut back or something. It was like a fucking bowl cut and shit. So of course they leave, and they get jumped by the you know, the so and so. If you've seen the book, they got jumped. Adrian gets his shit beat out of him, and he's still like, I still hate the haircut, dude. And he punched him. Now, my thought, I haven't read the book all the way through. I know, stupid me. But I thought that they accidentally knocked him into the water. But in the movie, they pick him up, toss him in the water, and the scene where the Adrian's like, oh, help me, stuff like that, and he's got like blood, you know, pouring out of him, and you see Pennywise, you know, and the guy runs after him, and he sees him like hold Adrian like this, and like I thought the camera was gonna pan away when this happened, but no, you see freaking Pennywise bite into Adrian's chest and like take a huge hunk out of him. Holy shit, just a huge hunk. Now the movie theater was dark, so I couldn't see like all he bit out of him, but I'm guessing it was a huge bit, like a huge chunk. And then, you know, the movie starts, and I'm gonna skip ahead here because but yeah, what made this movie great, and is that it focuses on not only the adults but the kids. So if anything, chapter 2 was a more accurate rendition of the book, because it kept flow like seamlessly, like you couldn't even tell it was going back and forth. Like the part where the flood comes in, like that big sewer thing comes in, and I thought that was supposed to represent him coming back, but no, those were the bodies in the Boweries, and you know, like the bodies just kept floating up, you know, the bits and stuff, and then Henry Bowers rises up from the water, and sorry about that, sorry, and he comes home, and the cops already know he did it. And I thought in the trailer Henry was like, no, I didn't do it, but no, he's like, no, I gotta fucking kill them all, fuck you, kill them all, you know, shit. And then it pans to him as an adult, seeing the balloon, and of course he's freaking out. He's jumping on the fucking window, you know, window or balloon, and then they drag him to his room, and he gets all like, you know, because the balloon's gone, and then the balloon is underneath the fucking bed. Now I know every alarm is fucking ringing off in my head, like, oh man, he's gonna grab it, or he ain't gonna get near to it before it pops, and Pennywise is there, or you know, or Patrick's there, and of course he's tugging on the balloon that's stuck in between the bed and the floor, and then it pops, and then like you see like a mangled up Patrick, and he's like crawling and shit, and he don't say anything. He's like, oh, and then clicks and shit. His teeth are all fucked up, and he hands him his knife. So man, the kids come back, and it shows scenes that weren't in the first movie, like Eddie with the big Paul Bunyan fucking thing. Holy shit, that was scary. He was using a fire poker. He was like swinging it and jabbing it and shit. And man, I knew there was something up with Eddie and Richie. Like I knew, like Eddie. I don't know what. I mean, no, R and E. Eddie, Richie writing R and E, R plus E. That he had secret feelings for Richie or Eddie, and shit. Like I joked around about it, in the first movie, but I guess I called it, Man, those scare scenes were so fucking great. The one with Bev, young Beverly, like her head catching on fire, and freaking chasing after him. The freaking old lady. Oh my god, disgusting. By the way, she fucking turned into this gigantic like witch-looking thing, and like her I don't know, like the lines on her neck turned into mouths and shit. Ugh. I don't even want to talk about the the floppins. No. What was Bill's was of course the basement. No, the all right, so it doesn't explain the turtles and shit, but it does explain that he came in on a meteor from space, and like it does explain it that it has to abide by the rules of the form it's taking. So when Eddie was strangling it as a leper, he found out he was able to like almost kill it because he was choking it, and then I think it got away, or but yeah, he's like, I remember how it felt so weak, but then again, Eddie. But another thing I found interesting was, I thought in the book, Greta, the pharmacist's daughter, who by the way is back and as creepy as ever, he squeezes Eddie's cheek, and I think he's trying to pop there's a mole there, and he's like, it's not a pimple, it's a mole, and he goes, oh, it might not be cancer, but and something like that. Fuck, what was that one scene? Was it? Oh fuck, what was that? Smoking causes cancer. Anyways, it was like something causes cancer, and that was supposed to trigger one of the losers. Or yeah. And then the pharmacist goes back, and then he remembers Greta's like, oh, I heard the doctor said you had a tumor on your dick or something like that. And then so Eddie got his inhaler. That Greta was still alive. That's what I'm trying to say. She was still alive. In the book, sorry I trailed off there, but in the book I thought she died in a car crash when she turned 18 in the the book and stuff. So the fact that she's back, like she's only in two scenes, where she walks out of the back room, and then when Eddie comes back after, he threw up in him, and what song was playing? Oh fuck, I can't remember. It was a funny 80s song that played when he was like, oh fuck you, leper. And the back of my mind, I thought he was choking Greta. I thought he was like an illusion that Pennywise made, that he was actually killing Greta. But no, it just the leopard threw up on him and he left. And then he ran, and the door was closed, so he's trying to pull the door, and then like the second scene, Greta's in, she's like, push. It's like, what? It says, push the door, don't pull it, moron. And then he leaves. Like, oh yeah, sorry. This movie's funny and scary. Great combination. It's scary when it wants to be. It's funny when it needs to be. The most graphic. Oh man, no, I ain't got to show that part. Tell you that part. Just watch the movie. Pennywise. There's a lot more kills. There's Adrian. The little girl under the bleachers. Oh man, that was fucking horrible. Freaking 1, 2, and then he stops, and he's like, "You're supposed to say 3." Bah! Fucking jump out of nowhere, and it wasn't as graphic as Adrian's death or Georgie's, but you see it. You see him latch on to the little girl's face, and it ends. The same way with the kid in the funhouse, which I thought Bill was gonna save him, but no, he gets it. Poor kid gets it. Blood, like, looks like someone threw a thing of blood on the freaking funhouse mirror, and that sets Bill off. I'm gonna fucking kill it before it kills me, But anyways, going back to how they explain it, is it lands on Earth and like it comes across a tribe of Indians. So Mike tells him that they perform something called the Ritual of Chud, where they take this little clay box and it written down all the stuff that happened and all that shit. And what they would do is they would chant, and it would bring it, the light into the box and then close it, and that would end it. However, spoilers right there. Spoilers. This is the big spoilers of the movie. Again, turn back if you haven't seen it, but if you have, just keep watching. They perform the ritual, all right. However, oh, by the way, you can see what the first few forms Pennywise took before he became, or it took before it became Pennywise. You see, it became like a gigantic bird, and then like it was like a tar mess. It was like a very like goopy, like giant bird, and then it became like this like what, ancient demon, and it was like eating people and shit. It was very blurry, but you can see the damage and the but anyways, they tried it, and it turns out Mike lied. The ritual didn't do anything. They tried it and it killed him. And Pennywise is like, "Oh, you didn't tell him the truth. You didn't tell him the truth, and it didn't work." And you see Mike etching in the last panel, like scratching it in shit, like them holding hands, the part with them holding hands, and he was trying to get them to remember that courage to finally kill it, and maybe it would work, but it didn't, because as soon as he closed in that box, a balloon started to inflate, and the balloon inflated to like they had to leave the meteor site, and it popped. Oh man! Now of course, I want to talk about. Oh man, what is there to talk about? Ben finally gets with Beverly instead of Bill, which I'm glad. There's no Audrey doesn't go and tries to save Bill like in the original. So there's no scene with there is a scene with a cameo. There's a cameo from Stephen King in this like antique shop, and he's like, Bill comes in and he goes, "I'm talking. I was wondering if you're selling the," and he starts naming off like the Stephen King character starts naming off characters like baseball cards, basketballs, baskets. What else did he say? Baseball cards, banjos. They saw like a little banjo. It shows a banjo, like a quick shot of a banjo going, and he goes, "Fucking bicycle." He goes, "Well, if you're gonna talk talk with language like that, you can take your business elsewhere." "Oh, I'm sorry. Let's just act like we met again." He goes, "Okay, welcome to my shop." I was wondering if you're selling the bike. And he goes, "Are you William Dimborough?" He goes, "Yeah." He goes, "Well, that's because that bike's mine." And he asks him, "He's William Dimborough," and he goes, "Well, if you want the bike, I'm sure you can pay for it, And he asked for $300, and he's like, "It's not as fast as it was, but it's been some time." And then Bill turns around and he goes, "Trust me, this thing's faster than the devil." Or yeah, this thing's faster than the devil. And then he does a quick cut of him riding the bike and stuff, and it's like you can hear the fucking rust and shit. The bike, the fucking handles slide down and shit. And then he runs into the same kid that he ran into, that Richie ran into in the Orient, the Jade of the Orient restaurant. And that scene, I ain't gonna spoil that scene. Anyways, the kid runs up to Richie. He goes, "Hey, I know you. The fun's just getting started." And Richie thought it was Pennywise, because he's like, "You know what? Fuck you! You think I'm scared of you?" And he goes, "The fun's just getting started. That's from your show." He goes, "Oh, that's your parents? Yeah? You want a photo?" And he goes, "No, I'm good." And then he walks off with his parents. Who, by the way, that kid lives in, the kid lived in the same house Bill grew up in. Because the little kid, fun house, that's the kid who went to the fun house and ultimately got fucking chomped by Pennywise. Because he told Bill when he got his token, that's what the losers had to do. They had to get 7 tokens from their past, burn them in this big pot thing, and Eddie's was his inhaler, Richie's was a token from the arcade. And when Richie tossed his token in, Eddie's like, "I ain't gonna fucking burn." And then Richie's like, "What the fuck you talking about? Your fucking inhaler, the metal, all that toxic plastic and shit." Beverly's was the postcard that Ben gave her. The fiery embers and shit. And no, was it January Embers? My heart burns there too. So that's probably why her hair was on fire, because her hair was red or something. So token. Bill's was the boat. Stanley's was this shower cap that they all wore so spiders wouldn't get in their hair. And Richie's like, "I ain't fucking afraid of spiders." And he turns to everyone and he's like, "Fucking everyone has a shower cap on." He's like, "My point exactly." Shit, what was So yeah, we got token for Richie, inhaler for Eddie, postcard for Beverly, the boat for Bill. Stanley had the little shower cap thing. Mike had the rock that Beverly threw at Henry Bowers, and which Eddie looks at Richie and he's like, "I ain't gonna burn." And Ben had the page from his yearbook that Beverly signed. And it brought on the light, which turns blue. It was yellow at first, and then when he became, spoilers, big spider monster. I wouldn't say it was a spider, but it was pretty fucking huge. And it was them trying to run from the monster, them confronting their fears. It was a good movie. I liked it. So when they finally meet him, again, big spoilers on how you kill it. Bill said there's more than one. What they wanted to do was they wanted to leave the cavern so he'd shrink down, because he had to follow the rules of the form he takes. So they wanted to shrink him down to a smaller form so they can kill him. But instead, Bill's like, there's more than one way to make someone small. So what they did was they told him that they made him think he was small by saying he was a fucking clown, a weak old lady. He was weak. He was a clown, a fucking clown, and he kept getting smaller and smaller. Oh yeah, when they were facing their fears, Richie and them, I think Richie and Eddie, they came across a little, in one scene, Richie's like, imagine him small like a fucking Pomeranian or something like that, and they open the door to the the not scary at all, and it's a little Pomeranian puppy. He's like, I know you're fucking game, you piece of fucking shit, and then they see Pennywise leaving, so they think it's an actual, I don't know if they think it's an actual dog, but he's like sit. He's like, oh, that's really cute, and then it fucking transformed into a fucking, I'm sorry if I'm saying the F word a lot, but it transformed into this giant, horrific monster thing, and they go, god damn it, it says, next time we're just gonna go scary, because they go through the very scary door and the not scary at all, and the very scary door, no, they went to the not, they were going, Eddie was gonna go into the not scary at all, and Richie's like, no, he's just fucking with us, go to the very scary one, and you heard Betty Ripson's voice again, and she's like, where are my shoes? And he turns on the light, and then she's like, you just see the other, the bottom half of her walking towards him, and they slam the door, and then they go to the not scary at all, and they open it up, and there's the hallway, and Richie's like, I'm sorry, and they look down and they see the Pomeranian pop up, and that's what happened. But oh man. So yeah, getting back to what they did was they made him feel small, it was tiny, and he kept backing up, and the smaller he got, to the point where he's just like little bitty penny babies, and he was so squishy, he fell back and it was all saggy and shit, and his heart was beating, you could see his heart was still there, normal sized, and they tried to reach for it, and he's like, no, trying to stop him, and they pull out his heart, and Pennywise is like, look at you, all grown up, and they squeeze his heart, and they crush it, and they rip it apart, and he just he pulls a Voldemort, he burns, he chars up, and breaks apart. Oh man. And Eddie's gone by then, so it's Richie's like, oh, we can still save him, and they leave, and it flashes back to it cuts back to now, where in the past you see Richie etch in an R and then the plus sign, but you don't see him finish it until it cuts to near the end, where it shows grown up Richie marking in recutting it in R plus E. So again, I don't know if that's a friendship thing or if Richie did have romantic feelings towards Eddie, something like that. But yeah, that it showed that finally Ben and Beverly are together. I know, the whole I don't know, I didn't like how the part one. I didn't like how part one ended with Bill and Bev kiss, because I think Ben and Bev, not Bill, but no, you know what I mean. Anyways, and all the movie was fucking amazing. Oh man, I loved it. I loved it. I did. I loved it. Again, fuck the critics that say it was bad. You don't know. You can't trust critics nowadays. Don't trust critics. My advice to you: do not trust critics. If you want to watch a movie but are skittish too because some critic said it's bad, just watch it. Watch it for yourself, and you'll enjoy it. You'll thank me later. Never let any critic tell you that it's a bad movie, unless let you be the judge of movies. I didn't listen to him. I went to movies. I enjoyed it. I loved it. Man, oh man. I don't even think I'm gonna put intros and outros in this. I think I'm just gonna make it, record it, and then immediately I ship it on out. Oh man, it is an amazing movie. Please watch it. If it's in your local theaters, check it out before it's gone. If not, check it out in online streaming. Buy it on DVD. Make sure you watch this movie, because you're gonna miss it. You're gonna miss out if the theater I went with was kind of dark. Oh wait, here's before I go, I kind of want to talk about something that kind of annoyed me about this movie. And the spoilers are still up there, by the way. The part where with Pennywise, that scene where it shows what was it? The part where Pennywise, the origins, where he was like Bill Skarsgård putting on the makeup and shit. Well, it's just a scene where it's like, oh, you can't try. Oh, you try and you die. And you don't believe, something about not believing or something like that. And then he does this. Fucking, he takes the fucking eye thing, and he just rakes it down his face, and creates the line like, ow, And I thought there was gonna be more than that. I thought it was gonna show, Mr. Bob Gray, but that was just a one-off scare. He just a one-off little scare. Her running out and noticing the house was dilapidated and closed down, like the book. So yeah. Other than that, I thought it was great. I legit only had one little, and it wasn't even that bad. It was like, I thought it would have been better. But in all, I'd give it a high 8. No, a high 9. Maybe I'd give it a 10, but I say a high 9. Just barely making it, not making it a 10 because of that reason. It doesn't feel like 10. It doesn't feel like 3 hours. It was 2, 3. It's at least 3 hours, or 290. And oh man, whew. It is a great movie. You should see it. Definitely go see it. It's worth it. I'm telling you, it's worth it. Go see it. Just don't listen to the critics. Listen to yourself. If you don't like it, that's fine. If you want to see it, if you don't want to see it, that's fine. Just let me know in the comment section below what you think of the movie, what you thought of it. Don't forget to like, share, comment, subscribe, and request. Oh man. I'm just gonna, I don't know, I gotta head into work in a few hours. And yeah. Thank you so much for watching. It was an amazing movie. It was better than the first one, which I say was an 8. So this was a 9, a high 9, if not a 10. Like, I'm honestly debating on whether making it a high 9 or a 10, but it's a high 9 at least. Like an upper, yeah. It's not a 10 because there's like, but it's a really good movie and I recommend seeing it. So again, thank you guys so much for watching. This is BrandonVoiceGuy.
Thank you for watching. Don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification bell. And I'll see you next time.